Donna?
Yeah.
Sit down. We're gonna post a response on the site.
What site?
Lemon.
Hi everyone, it's me. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I did a video. The student playlist has ended officially. So this will be kind of a very short playlist to do with the Chkride and the prep and everything. And probably up before and after the Chkride. Probably another swag by then. But the Czech prep is done. The 2 reviewable flights. Oh, sorry. And as you can see, I've been so busy, I'm going on my head off. Tired and exhausted, mentally exhausted, which is a difference. But yeah, it's been a process, but it's been enjoyable. We did a couple of flights. We did a lot of stuff on the ground, covering the topics and questions. And today we did basically a ground lesson, and I gotta finish off my night requirement, so we have to do a night flight just to get 0.1 so on the hub, so it's gonna be fun. And as you can see, it's warm and hot, and that's with a fan, so hopefully the sound of the fan or AC doesn't affect. I have my stuff that I need to work on. I have my ACS standards. Big thank you to 03 Delta for answering my questions. He did a video where he did a Q&A on his experience with the Chkride itself. And his wife is supposed to be taking the Chkride, but that got cancelled. But very much good luck to her. I hope she does well. I will put a thing in the corner for that video. And I understand Russ Can Fly is having some issues, but he's still very determined to get the Chkride. He pushed that date back, which is the best thing to do. I think of it like a go-around. There's nothing wrong with going around and trying again. So him delaying the Chkride date is simply a go-around. So let's keep up with him and do that. So yeah, as soon as I get this night requirement, I gotta do the stage 3 check and end of course. It was explained to me that they do those 2 on the same flight itself. You may recognize this book. I've been because we did that little series of me reading the questions, and I've been watching those videos, and yes, it did help to watch me teach myself. Basically, it's very handy because I don't like reading. Not this simple, because I don't like reading books. Put it that way. E-books, electronic books, you just do what you got to do, but eventually I just had to, you got to pick up a book and just start reading it, and that's what I've been doing, and I'm doing everything. Other times, like, I kept getting asked the types of ice, and I kept confusing lime ice with lime.
What did you go there for in the first place?
It's called lemonlyman.com.
Let me explain something to you. This is sort of my field.
And the reason for that is because I am a West Wing fan.
He said it right.
And I'm always thinking, my mind always went to Josh Lyman, lemonlime.com. And so I was like, my mind refuses to get away from that. So I'm just gonna go with it. So
I think you've gone round the bend.
I made up my own memory device to remember the 3 types of ice. Josh Lyman gives clear advice to to the president, but mixed to donut, and it even has ice in a device. So you got Josh Lyman, lime ice, clear advice, clear ice, mixed advice, mixed ice. So that's how I remember the 3 types of icing. And but you know, there has been signs along the way that I noticed that I'm burning myself out because I make stupid mistakes that I normally wouldn't do, and that is a sign that I'm over preparing myself for this. So I just got to relax a little bit. I found a distraction. I've been playing a mobile game and doing that a little bit just to give my mind a rest, just so it can take in more knowledge. Because I go flying and I confuse my short field for soft field, or the other way around. Like we were doing one of the short self field, and I took out the flats, what I shouldn't do, because we were doing short field landing, and then with the power on and power off stalls, during the power on stall I tried to do a stabilized descent in a power on stall, and while rotating doing a soft field takeoff, my mind was trying to correct for the wind and kept the throttle at 20 instead of full throttle. And that was a touch and go doing the soft field takeoff while transitioning from on the go. But you know, silly things like that is a flag to me that my mind is overworked. It's too many things that I'm studying and practicing, and I have my citizenship thing that I have to do on the 22nd of July. So just in case they quiz me again, I'm studying those questions too, those 100 questions. And it doesn't help that the test questions that you have on the phone hasn't been updated. It still thinks the president is that silly idiot in Florida. So you know, stuff like that needs to be updated. But yeah, you know, the type of things that I gotta work on is the types of IFR, low IFR signals and stuff like that. The gas factor corrections, because the way that I've been taught to do it, I couldn't find anywhere online. I was seeing so many different ways to do it besides the way that my instructor showed. So I got him to write it down, so I know the gust factor is gust minus the wind velocity. Correction is half of the gust factor plus the speed. So coming into landing is 85 miles per hour, and it would have been you had to add 3 to that 85 to correct for the gust factor. And one of the other stupid things is like, what does the vacuum pump control? And for some reason my mind was telling me that it controls 3 things, and it doesn't. It only controls 2 instruments: the attitude indicator, and the heading indicator. And it's so stupid that I would forget that, you know, like, you can kick yourself. I remember all the hard questions, but I overthink the simple questions and mess myself up. And that's one of the things that you got to stop doing. And the types of magnetic errors, the compass errors that could happen, deviation, variation, magnetic dip, oscillation, north and south, turning tendencies, and acceleration and deceleration. Those are the type of errors that could occur. All in this book. And then I've got to get the test paper from my written exam, list of all the codes, then use the ACES book to write out what they mean, and find where either in the PHAC or the P08 and stuff like that to see what, put where the reference is where I got it from, to find the answers, that is. But no, I feel ready for this test. My mind, I can tell it's just like, let's go already. It seems like that it's everyone's issue that I've seen, but my steep turns were off at first because when we started doing the review flights, it's been a while since I've done any ground reference maneuvers because we have been focusing on cross country for so long that we kind of put all of that to the side to get this done. So I had to go over the same stuff again, going through S-turns, going through steep turns, doing the power off, power on stalls, and going through the stuff under the hood, stuff like that. One thing that we did different that we hadn't done before is that I actually closed my eyes while trying to fly the plane. That was a very interesting experience. Like, you had to close your eyes and he told me to turn left, and I kind of hesitated a little bit. I thought I was turning left, but it's a weird sensation trying to fly blind, basically, just by the feel of the plane. It shows that you can't do it really well, because your mind and body tells you two different things. Mind feels like you're going straight, but your body's saying you're going right when you're actually going left, and it messes yourself up. The scenario-based questions are good too. Out of the back, scenario-based training. Your good friend has requested you to fly as safety pilot in his retractable gear pilot arrow while he practices flight by reference to instruments. What regulations require? What do regulations require for you to be able to do this? And you could look at the answer up in the book. It gives you a good chance to think out the answers and stuff like that. It is a lot of fun. But oh my god, I can't stop yawning. But yeah, I've got another page of stuff to calculate and total up and right on forward. I'm trying to find the tabs to tab the book out, but everywhere I go seems to be out of them. You would think there was a pandemic or something on Walmart, Office Depot. Like, they didn't have any little tab for the book, because I want to tab out my logbook so when they come to look at it, they can say, well, this is the page for the solo flight non-cross country. This is where I meet my night requirement. And instrument rating and stuff like that. So it's so they don't have to spend hours. And I got to have my first look at the maintenance log. We got the maintenance log for the plane that I'm going to be flying. I went through it. It's not nearly as complicated as I thought it would. Everything's just pasted in. You got the frame, all the 100 hours, inspections and stuff like that. So that was good. Yeah, so I got 3.9 simulated. I got 3.6 nighttime. So It's going to be interesting. 6.3 solo cross country. I am well over my 100 hours. That surprised me about CO3 Delta, because he said he logged his 100th hour, and like he started way before me, and I've logged more hours than he has apparently. Before this page I was at 95.5, and I'm well over 100. But he's done way more with all the flying he's done with his other people, that is, and joy-wise. But no, I'm just ready to get this done, start the instrument stuff, and get going and start doing stuff, you know. Hopefully I will be doing the night flight for tomorrow, and then I gotta wait for him to let me know when we're doing the stage check, and then when he has the stage check scheduled, he's contacting the DPE. I have to have $600 in cash, which annoys me a little bit, because I don't have a bank, so it will be $600 in 20s, and it kind of concerns me carrying that much money around. But if that's what they want, that's what they get. Cash in hand. Okay, I'm gonna short your, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. It's been like 16 minutes. Alright, so I just wanted to give a quick update because it's been a while since I posted any kind of video. So I'll see you guys later, and catch you real soon.